Hello everybody, and welcome to this quick lighting design tutorial in which I'm going to show you how you can prototype such a pendant design in Shapr3D. We will start first by importing this reference file. The download link is in the description of this video. I will cover all the sketches we only need and then the modeling techniques to create or visualize this idea of a cage lighting fixture. Sufficient to then give this to an engineer to create a prototype. We will also go into visualization mode, add materials to specific elements so we know what is what. And then at the end, I will show you how we can specify a little bit more our design. And for example, with just one mouse click, change specific proportions like you see here. Okay, let's do it. Let's get going. Again, our goal is to create very quickly a prototype that is something the engineer can use. So we have this file loaded. The download link is in the description of this video. Snapping is turned on. We are in inches. I go to top view. Then I go to sketch. I click twice on the rectangle icon to call the toolbar. I want to use the rectangle from center. And then I draw here a rectangle. Very good. Right click, drop the selection. These two edges I select. I want them to be horizontal, vertical, and select both edges and say, hey, be equal. Then I can select one edge and say, hey, 6 inches. So you see this way, I can adjust this design all the time. I will also go to the constraint cog and then here say always show dimensions. Beautiful. Exit the sketch. You see now we see that dimension outside the sketch. We can go into a 3D view. Then I select this sketch profile and then with the extrude command I extrude upwards. But you see it's consuming the light bulb. That's not what I want. So click on this icon and we switch the Boolean operation to new body. Here we will go 6 inches up. So because now we have 6 inches wide, 6 inches up, that's quite nice. And then we can give this a 5-degree draft. Beautiful. You can see the light bulb is still there. Then we have essentially built the space in the inside. And now I would like to create that rectangular frame on top and bottom. To do that, we select the top surface, go to extrude, then extrude this up 0.5 of an inch. And here, very important, we want that to be new body. Now we have two individual bodies. Then we can rotate the bottom, extrude this one down, also 0.5, and also new body. This body here, we can now remove. To create something that looks like kind of like a frame made out of square tubing, we can select the top and bottom faces of those two blocks, and then we call the shell command, and also here with 0.5 we shell it. Beautiful. Okay, so now how can we create that transition? That's pretty easy. I select this surface of that lower frame, click sketch, and then in top view I draw one line, I draw another line edge to edge. These lines I want also to be horizontal, vertical. Exit the sketch, rotate bottom view, and then here I do exactly the same. And then horizontal, vertical. Because with that, I have now kind of like a selection like this and this. So at these areas I can select because these lines go from edge to edge. And then to fill this, we call the loft command. Perfect. So this loft command I can select. Then we would like to make 3 more copies and rotate them around. That is a circular pattern command because this is a square piece. So I can go circular pattern. We say 4 pieces, rotation 360 degrees. But where is the center? I actually clicked OK. I can go to edit center point and just move this to where I want that to be. And look, there's even now a rectangular center in here because that is a light bulb which is circular around. We have there always the center point. So you have to be careful now what you move this to. There we are. Release the mouse button. Done. I can also do it this way. So I select everything or select the body. Then I go to circular pattern, move this, for example, to there. Then I say 4 pieces and rotate this around. There. Okay, beautiful. So if these 4 pieces don't line up, then actually you selected the incorrect piece or reference object to go around. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go to the front view. We would like to create now a housing for our light bulb. So I decide that this one will start at the bottom and then maybe it goes a little bit up to there and back and down. So that is going to be the translucent housing. Then we can add maybe 1/2 inch this up and over. Actually, hold on. Again, this is just only for the engineers a quick study. So horizontally over, then I go up, back, up, over to the z-axis, and then I go down. Yeah, okay. Because what I have now is, so this is going to be that illuminating material when the light bulb inside is on. Okay, so we select the sketch profile, select this sketch edge, then call this a revolve, and then here and there the same revolve. Okay, now there we can see everything. Very good. That makes the everything a little bit maybe too small. So I can go to this first sketch there and then say, well, instead of 6, maybe 8. So you make this a little bit bigger. Ah, now that feels better. We also need to make this a little bit taller. Here's our first extrusion. So let's say also here 8. Look how beautifully everything updates. We don't have to redraw, we just adjust everything. Where are individual sketches? There's a sketch for the kind of like the electronic housing and the cable. So this we can drag up this line. Maybe we make 0.5, so 1/2 inch. Definitely that is way too thick. This can maybe be 0.2. Yeah, that is good. This one, this feels too thin, 2 inches. Very good. Question is, does this go down? This shortens actually now that body that could be illuminated. We could bring this back up. Somewhere in there will then also be the housing, for example, the socket. Okay, perfect. So I will select this one and then I go isolate. I will select the top surface. I will select the bottom surface. And then I call this one shell and say 0.075 to give this a little bit of a shell. Okay, then I can select that, go isolate. Here I only select the top one, shell, 0.05, the same, and exit. Okay, if we go to now to a front view and turn on section view, now we can see where these individual components are. Cool. Okay, very good. So we can now clean everything up a little bit. Here I have this leftover folder. I will just rename this into sketches. These bodies I put into that circular pattern and call that pendant. Very good. And maybe this I turn off for the moment. I could go now to the visualization mode. So what material do we use? On the light emitting is the easiest one. So we go to utility, put this to there. So this is kind of like frosted glass or something. Change the color. This is for residential. We don't want blue light. And then for the rest here, let's say this is painted metal. So kind of like powder coated. Go to metal. There it is. Glossy. Clear coat or rough. Oh, we can maybe select this, bring this to there. Okay, nearly done. While we are in the materials, I will go to plastic. I will select this outer piece because I mean that shouldn't really be metal. I mean it could be metal if you want to. I'm envisioning this more to be as kind of like a flexible material, like a silicone. There we are. Very good. And then we can change the colors for that. Click on this, change the color. The background is a little bit too bright, so we could go to environment. I have here this gradient mood and then change this a little bit. Yeah, now we can just rotate around and take a look at this. No? Okay. So we don't have an LED material there. One very easy way is we select that surface and then click emission there. But this is like razor sharp. That's not what we want. So let's undo that. Let's go back to modeling. And we do the following. We select this lower frame. Then I go to extrude. Extrude this one negatively up. How much doesn't really matter. Let's say 0.75. All good. But as a new body. And the next step is kind of important. So I will select this body and isolate it. I can select the whole body and then can I do that? No, I cannot. So I will simply click on left mouse button and shift on all these side faces and select them. There we are. Nope, not the edge. There. And then this goes inwards, minus 0.075. So we make this a little bit smaller. Isolate off. Now you see, whoops, sorry, there it is. And then we can call the subtract command. So from this body, I would like this one to be removed, but really important, keep this removed body. Click done. Because of that, you see we cut in a groove, a space where, for example, LED strip or a diffuser material will go in, and then we still have the diffuser material. And that we're going to colorize now. So look, now we have a really nice rim. Pretty nice, no? Okay, so let's say we, in a very easy way, would like to customize our design. Instead of having to go into all these modeling commands, do this much quicker. So let's go to add and we say variable to, let's say, base. And base we say is 8. Okay. Then let's add one more. So variable, and that is actually thickness. Let's say 0.5. Beautiful. You see here we have these two elements. If we go to the sketch, I can click on it. And you see here we have the value 8 inches. If I click on it, click now on this icon, I can say base. That's 8. And there's no an fx or a function. So this value is being copied in there, which means if I now change this to 6, you see how the sketch updated. And that also means when we go to this extrusion, so we possibly maybe want that to be always the base too. Okay, so it's squarish. So if we say here this is 4, you see how this shrinks. And then extrusion, here we say that is thickness, and then that is also the thickness. Very good. Oh, and we need to do the same here for the shell. So thickness, very good. So if we go ahead and say, 0.3, or if we go 1, there you see everything is updated instantly. So this is how you can create variables, which then can be used and shared among one design, or let's say you have multiple designs and you want to change them at the same time. Let's say a taller and a wider light fixture. For example, the thickness could be consistent among all. Beautiful. And that's it. This way we created a very quick parametric model of this light fixture, which is now something that could be given to an engineer or a craftsman, and then they could cut the material and create a prototype.